Yeah, let's kick it. Anybody out there? Hope Infilove comes back tonight. Couldn't hear him too good the other night. Let's kick it. Where is that? Damn. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Hey, Mark, how you doing? I was going to text you and say, why don't you have a live tonight? And I thought, nah, your band is practicing. Something like that. I didn't even, because you never wanted to do them on Fridays before. We can do it on your channel if you want. It'd be kicking it. Know what I'm saying? Fine with me. I'd be cool with that. I'd be kicking it. Stephanie, how you doing? What happened to you the other night, Steph? Huh? We're having a good conversation. You took right the hell off. We got into the dildos. Bag of toys on a first date. Oh my God, man. The hell is wrong with him? I want to thank that guy in advance for when you visit, though. It's going to save me a lot of embarrassment. Oh, your niece called. Oh, okay. Another disaster or just to say hello? Oh, good. Yeah, that's good. How's she doing? She's kicking it? Oh, you want to go live? You want to go live on your channel? Oh, go ahead, man. I'll cancel this one out and you can go on yours if you want. Oh, just to talk. Okay. Be fine with me. Hey, Troubles. Either way is fine with me. Just kick it. You can fire up the pirate radio if you want. Fine with me. Yeah, we can do that. I hope that Impalov comes back on again. It was kind of hard to hear him. Now, I wonder what happened to that Sky or the hell she called her name, Skybox or something. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? What was her name? Sky something? Yeah, Sky something. Skylark, Sky King. Nice day here today. Oh, that's good. I fucked around today. Yeah, the crazy guy, he'd be cool too. A lot of these people talk a lot of shit. They don't have enough balls to come on face to face. Hey, yeah, man. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they were just happened to be getting gas. I took the lady at the gas station a pizza, and they were just getting gas. Nice guys. That's a BMW. I didn't even know they made cars that look like that. That was a 2016. Paid $70,000 for it used. You couldn't give me that goddamn thing. Yeah, she's nice. You know, it doesn't make that much money. I don't think the husband works. Hoping maybe she'll blow me someday. I got an alternative plan for her, Stephanie. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, I thought it looked. I thought it was a cool looking car. Oh, it is a hybrid electric. I don't know. Oh, it is even his. Oh, wow. Huh. I wanted to show him that I don't prejudge or treat any human differently, and I went right up to him and say, "Where'd you steal it?" Did you check that car out, Stephanie? I thought it was pretty cool. Hybrid electric, no kidding. I drove one of those for a while. I didn't really like it. I was reading the other day, they say that the oil reserves ought to last, minus finding a bunch of them someplace else. 30 more years. I'll be dead by then. God, I hope I'll be dead by then. God, I can't imagine living to 97. Holy shit. You believe that, Stephanie? Yeah. How's that wrestling thing going? Wrestling channel. Oh, God. What a drag. That'd be terrible. Into your hundreds. Holy shit. You ever see those people that got that somebody propping up their hand to wave to someone? They didn't know who it was, even though they were their next door neighbor for 75 years. Fuck that. Yeah, that'd be terrible. Oh, doing good? Oh, good. Great. Now, did you guys settle your strike or are you still on it? Yeah. I think they were just asking you. It looks like they flex their old union days from way back. They were asked for some pretty heavy demands. No, you won't be in good shape at 90 something. No way. They all look dead. I don't give a fuck who they are. No way. You guys got enough nuts to do that? Now, you're not getting any pay while you're off, are you? And you can't collect unemployment, right? Oh, you better believe it. Yeah, I believe you did. That's a whole new ball game, man. Once that bailout shit happened and the ones that paid it back that survived, it was like a total reversal. Yeah, crazy. My dad worked for Ford, which was like ages ago, 50s. Union got strong. They'd burn houses down, murder people, throw bricks through windows, whatever it took. But the auto companies, morphed into, they're much different now than they used to be. Oh, 500 strike fund. Oh, okay. Do you feel that the demands are reasonable? I'm just shocked in my lifetime how this has changed so much. It's crazy. Oh, did they really? I think they went back too, didn't they? Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. SAG. They act like it's a big deal to be a SAG member. It's not. Oh, cool. I can't sit through a movie long enough. I don't like them that much. It started to rain out there for a little bit. Then died out. Huh. There's a place in Madison where they, hey Rita, how you doing? Where they make a bunch of vehicles for like actors and movie sets and stuff. Take these vehicles and customize them. Kind of cool. I'm debating whether I'm going to get tile or polished concrete. Oh, cool. Oh, that's good. I tried to get some interviews yesterday, but easier said than done. Nobody down there. Yeah, I just approved your comment. You don't need to, and you can do it with anything. Just water, soap, doesn't matter. It's bulletproof, basically. Yeah. Anybody on here ever know anybody who did that polished concrete? It's about the same as tile. It's not like you're saving money. The garage is gonna get done that way. And I thought maybe I'll just do, you can get different colors and textures and all that bullshit. Yeah, that Michigan, anybody followed that Michigan State scandal? I think the guy got set up. I mean, I think they're trying to get rid of a mediocre coach with a huge contract. I don't blame him, but I don't think you should get fired for that. Oh, you do love it, really? Oh, okay. So would you recommend that more than tile? Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll do it then. It looks pretty cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get it then. Is yours just like polished and no dye reader, or just polished and that stuff they put on it? Freeform acrylic. I wonder why nobody recommends those then. I haven't seen that in any recommendations. Oh, okay. He was jacking off on the end of a phone with some. This lady started this business. She got raped 30 years ago, made a career out of it. It's unfortunate. I'm not belittling her getting raped. Good for her to like come and turn it into something positive. She goes around touring, goes to these schools, and evidently it looks like she's been fucking a lot of these black guys. And this one, he's married, but he said the marriage is dead. Well, I know what that's like. And, they have moral turpitude clauses, which I think you could argue either way. I don't think if you're having consensual sex, phone sex, that's not sexual harassment. Yeah, I don't think it is. Michigan State really fucked up. There's this Title IX, and what they did, it's an agreement and a policy, and it's really for students and teachers. But, they had problems with that Larry Nassar, that guy that was finger fucking all the young gymnasts. It cost him, $30 million or whatever it was. So, they're trying to like come back as good as they can, restore credibility at the school and, go the extra mile. Well, when they went the extra mile, they amended their own version of Title IX, which included people that had an association with the university, which she did. She came in and gave some lectures. So that covers her on their own policies. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. There were some text messages that were printed yesterday that they got a hold of, and I don't think it's going to get his job back, but it'll be interesting to see. And, moral turpitude, what is that? Usually they have a better one than that. It's called unfavorable notoriety, which means that if you get anything in the news that isn't considered positive, they can terminate your contract. Ask Brett Favre and his dick pics. You ever see him in any Gene commercials anymore? You don't. That's why. Hey, my enemy, how you doing? Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I just smell a fish here. No, it's not sexual harassment. Yeah. And what I wonder, though, this is what I wonder. It'll all come out eventually. I wonder if she taped him and he knew that she had good info, so he told the truth at the hearing. And that's what they hung their hat on. There's a lot of ways of looking at it. But I think she set him up. Oh, getting over a cold. Sorry about that. A lot of people are having bronchitis, allergies, that kind of stuff. What else do I want to tell you? I got to make it up to Michigan. This fucking house is behind now. And, the new couple wants to move in, but I always said I'm not closing with you until I can move my stuff from there to here. Yeah. I think he needs to get people like Stephanie and Rita on the jury and Rebecca. No, they don't need to make a settlement. They're covered on the agreement. In a moral turpitude contract, there's case law all over the place. You're not supposed to be married and jacking off with women on the phone. This isn't a typical contract. Well, normally I wouldn't think I don't think she deserves anything and she shouldn't get anything, but they included her because she was a lecturer to the football team as people with associations to the university. That's the only little glitch. If it wasn't for that and they'd have just left Title 19 or Title 9 as is, she wouldn't get a fucking dime. Yeah, I agree. But he's still a married man and he's still jacking off with someone other than his wife. I'd like to get on there. That's what I think. I think he got set up too. I mean, I think he's a mediocre coach that was grossly overpaid, but that doesn't have anything to do with it. Hell, I had phone sex with Stephanie last week, and I finally had to hang up on her after about 10 hours of it. Where's the crime? 80 million. Yeah, he did. Didn't we, Stephanie? You there, girl?
All right, Tom. I just thought I'd pop up and say hi.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How about you?
Good. Do you think that guy deserves to get canned for having phone sex with someone other than his wife?
No, that's ridiculous.
And I find it hard to believe you can have phone sex with someone that isn't a willing participant.
Exactly.
See, you need people like you on the jury.
Is that what they're trying to fire him for?
Yeah, they already did. He's trying to collect the 80 million that they canceled.
Oh, no. You know what, Tom? I bet that phone sex was a setup, too.
I think so, too.
Uh-huh.
I hope they find more stuff that it was that they can, connect the dots on a setup.
Right. I mean, what man, if a woman calls them and starts talking nasty, what man's going to hang up the phone? Think about it.
It's better than that. It's a black guy talking to a girl with a big white ass. That's not fair.
Oh, Tom. Oh, my.
Yeah, I mean, that's not fair, is it?
Uh,
They tried two black women with big asses, and he hung up on them.
oh, your kid. What is his wife? Is his wife white or?
Well, no, she hasn't said a peep yet. She happens to be an attorney.
Ah.
You know how it is. It's like a lot of these older relationships that have went south.
Right.
He doesn't give a fuck. It's just like Bill Cosby's wife. What she cares about is that fucking 80 million disappearing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to have to go back to work now.
Yeah.
If they stay married.
That is so crazy.
Do you consider phone sex a form of infidelity?
Oh boy, Tom, you got me on the spot here.
Yeah, no, I want the real answers here.
Well, the real answer from a married woman, if my husband was doing that, yeah, I would think that it was.
You would?
If it was my boyfriend, probably be a different thing. But my husband, oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would get to you. But what if it was your husband and you guys hadn't had sex in the last 10 years and you were just kind of going through the motions because it was too expensive and a little embarrassing to get divorced? In other words, like Will Smith, you had an open marriage.
Well, like if it happened to me now, Tom, I wouldn't give a shit. I mean, if I was married right now at 65 and my husband did it, I would just want to know how much it was costing.
No, there's an honest answer. That's no shit.
Yeah, no shit. But when I was younger and married and my husband did that, I don't know. I don't know if I could ever forgive him back then. I don't know, Tom.
Once again, it goes back to hormones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle, what's your take on that?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. I just
guy got fired from a football job.
Michelle.
Hi.
Guy got fired from a football job, lost 80 million contract because he was having phone sex with a woman that was someone other than his wife. And they hung their hat on the moral turpitude clause. Do you think, would you consider phone sex in a married relationship? If you caught your husband doing it with a bagging girl, would you consider that a form of infidelity?
Well, I mean, technically, that is, if you want to go technical with the full term of infidel, I mean, I guess like having like lustful thoughts for someone else other than your husband, your spouse, that is considered.
Oh, he did more than that. He was beaten off right on the phone and admitted to it.
Well, I mean, that I could see where that would be infidelity, but I mean, with the same, the same token with all of that, there's a lot of people that have had infidelities and they still made money and had contracts and still had jobs. So
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's in the contracts of these big $1 million contracts. There's two
oh,
of them:
really?
unfavorable notoriety and moral turpitude.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I don't, right. If he signed a contract that said something like that, I mean, technically, it wouldn't be my, like, I, it's not really up for opinion. I mean, that technically is.
Yeah, I read those, Rebecca. I read those. Yeah, it technically is. Would you
But
consider that less of a forum than actually pile driving someone at a cheap hotel?
I mean, I think it would be more forgivable than actually like going through with adultery. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, yeah, like you sinned and that was sinful and that was bad, but like you didn't actually,
yeah.
go through with it.
But isn't that why Jesus died for us?
Yeah, I mean, Jesus died for our sins, but
Yeah,
like,
you knew we were going to be
but,
doing this
but,
shit.
but, there were 10 commandments though, too. So with the whole 10 commandments,
Yeah, but that's Old Testament.
right. So I mean, but like I said, I don't. He lost all of this money and stuff, but I mean, unfortunately, he signed a contract though. Like I would say, if he was just like this
Yeah, right. Be no big
normal,
deal. If you were living in a trailer park, it'd be back to the dollar store Monday morning. Can't
I
afford to
mean,
get divorced.
right? No, you're absolutely right. Divorces cost a lot of money. You know what? Divorces not only. Oh, I know a lot of people who should have gotten divorces, but like either chose to wait till their kids were out of high school,
Yeah,
out on
I
their
never
own.
quite understood that.
I know a lot of people who did that, like lots, and I'm like, why? Because to be honest with you, if you guys are miserable in your marriage and you have kids, they're gonna like that's how they're gonna view like how a relationship is supposed to be, for themselves. So I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like, even though divorce, no one likes to hear divorce or wants a divorce and they're expensive, but you're right.
Especially you. It's a sacrament. Marriage is considered a big deal.
Well, there are circumstances where
Yeah,
divorce,
murder.
abuse.
Oh,
No,
is abuse one of them?
God never told anybody to abuse their spouse in any way. You
Stephanie, we're going to
know.
have to be careful when you visit. You're
well,
not, you call that
I
abuse.
was I was thinking, about that coach. But then again, I mean, the coach is supposed to set an example. So do you want that type of man representing your team? See, that's
I mean,
I mean, men do it in private and don't get caught, but it's one thing getting caught and then having him be an example. So I don't know.
sometimes I
I'm
really feel at the end of the day that sometimes people just get targeted. Like for whatever reason, I don't know the whole story and
right.
everything, so I can't really. This is just my
Yeah, but you're
theory.
paranoid schizophrenic.
No, I'm not. I just feel that some people get targeted more than others. I just I
Oh
just feel
yeah,
that way. I'm not
yeah,
saying it's a fact. I'm not,
Hey, Alethea.
you know.
Yeah.
So this guy, but he signed a contract. So I mean, it's like if you signed a contract and it said something and you violated it, I mean,
right.
you
Yep,
signed something.
yep. If he
It's
Well,
signed
yeah,
it, then he's gone.
but they did it. They did it right. It's a black guy, Michelle, and they set it up with a white woman with a big ass.
Tom, you and the big ass.
No, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, shit.
Well, I mean, what was it on FaceTime? God.
Oh, sorry about that, Alethea.
Oh no.
like that's just crazy to but like if he signed a contract, I mean, like if you sign something with an employer and it says
Yeah,
clearly
but you
on
never
it.
think that. I think he trusted her. That's where he fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
And she admitted in one of the phone calls, one of the texts they got a hold of, that her bank account was down to $5.
Oh, huh.
Oh.
But once again, he still jacked off on the other end and admitted it.
Maybe he thought he would get
Oh,
off easy
God.
if he was just honest about it. Maybe he
That's where he
thought.
fucked up.
Maybe.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. You sometimes, but like
Yeah.
I don't know if
And you know how this goes. I mean, his career is effectively over.
yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
suck for him. Hopefully, he saved a lot of money.
Well, he only got 10 million of the 95 or something like that.
He got 10 million. Well, hopefully, and he invests it and everything else. But I mean, his career. I mean, even so, like he could still do something with himself. It's not going to be what he was doing before, but you know,
Yeah, dollar store,
he could
cutting
probably
grass.
own a dollar store with 10 million. Like he
Cutting
can-
grass. Yeah, but you got to pay. It's 50% tax bracket.
Mm.
Probably has some big crazy ass house.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
You know, it's not like you live a normal lifestyle when you're getting $700,000 a month deposited into your account.
right. I mean, I
You
understand.
buy shit. Look at these athletes: planes, boats. Get about 20 women pregnant.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like when you have to be smart with your money too. You can't just like blow it all. Like I know it's nice when you finally get like a lot of money and you're like, "Oh, I can buy the biggest mansion and the yacht and whatever else." But like you really should get like a financial advisor and like start investing right away. You shouldn't just like, just blow it all like as soon as you get it. You should really be smart about it.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Well, like Tom and I, Michelle, if we ever won anything big, I mean, I would give my family most of it and blow the rest of it. I don't
We're
have
at the
much
end of the
time
road.
left.
We're at the end of the road.
Well,
Yeah, we're at the end of the road.
I mean, like, yeah, I think it's different like when you're younger. Like I always saved
Exactly.
money and I
Yeah,
always,
me too.
because you never know what's going to happen in life and that's just life. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't predict anything. So you should
Right.
be invested or, 401ks, everything else, and then if something happens, you have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or you could just blow it all, I guess. I don't know. Like do what you want with your money. It's your, if you have money.
Yeah, that's right, Rita. She hasn't said anything. She was an attorney, and then, when that money started coming in, started doing volunteer work.
Well,
So I don't know what's going on her end. She hasn't said a peep.
I know, Michelle, I've watched YouTube videos about people who have won the lotto and lost everything. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that is so fun. I mean, ridiculous what
Hey,
those
Lou.
people did.
yeah.
And now they're broke, broke today because
You have
they,
to keep that stuff private and everything. Like if you're,
Yeah.
I mean, that's something
You can't in some states like Michigan.
really, yeah. Like you got to try to keep it low key, especially for a
Yeah.
while. And, well, I just wanted to get back on the whole divorce thing, but like, is that where they always say it's cheaper to keep her?
Fuck
I
yeah.
always heard guys say that when I'm
It
like,
is.
well, it's just cheaper to keep
I mean, there's a
her.
lot of guys, you get divorced, you're going to have to get a fucking job.
Right. No,
Fuck that.
it's costly. It is costly.
Yeah.
I've witnessed people's bills from some divorces, and if you have kids too, boy, you're with custody and everything else, it's gonna cost
That's
you.
crazy. Yeah. I just feel bad for the guy.
It sucks, but he'll
You're never
probably.
going to get a guy like me to badmouth anybody that's jacking off on the other end of the line.
of course not.
Well, I guarantee you, he'll suffer for a little bit, right?
No,
And,
his career's over. Now, who would hire him in this state? You'd have every fucking miserable lesbian in the world picketing the football games if you hired him.
I mean, his career of what he was doing, but I mean, he could always find something else. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I sure can. Dollar store, cutting grass. Yeah, he'll get a job for 50 grand somewhere, working like a fucking slave, like the rest of us.
we'll
Yeah.
just get
Not $700,000 a month.
No, that's for sure.
My
No,
dad
he's not
used to
gonna
tell
find
me
a
all the
guy.
time. He was a crude alcoholic son of a bitch. He'd tap me on the shoulder and say, "Son, I remember when Mike Tyson got in all that shit." He said, "Don't ever forget that was some expensive pussy, wasn't it?" Thanks, Dad. God, how I miss him. He'd bring it up all the time. Anytime some big guy, he'd say, "Just go to a horror house." Tell me, parents don't give good advice. Hey, Frisky. But
Okay.
it's just hard to believe. If I was making 700 grand a month, I promise you'd never get me having phone sex with anybody.
I mean,
No.
I think what ends up happening is like,
He trusted her.
yeah, people forget their contract obligations or feel like, you know what I mean? Like as the years go on, like I can understand at first they're probably like, okay, I'm not messing this up. And then maybe something happened and then something else
You're
happened.
talking about Bill Clinton.
Oh God.
Well, look
I
at
did not
but
have
Bill
sex with
Cosby.
that woman.
Bill Cosby used to brag that he never said a dirty word in a monologue. Oh,
Oh yeah.
thought nothing of putting a roofie in a drink.
well,
I
That's
never
another
did.
example. I think his wife, as long as she had that American Express gold card, she was
Yeah.
happy to have him not in the bedroom.
oh, I guarantee you, most of them they won't admit
Oh
that. But
yeah.
like, they won't admit it to like camera or whatever.
Thank you, my enemy. Good memory.
But I
Yeah,
Right.
you're
I
right.
remember when the whole Bill Clinton thing happened, and I got to tell you
It ruined
that,
her life.
right. Well, no, okay, it did, but she still got back up and she still made a lot for herself.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
No, she
She
didn't.
was just she had a book published.
Yeah,
She
didn't. Yeah,
had,
go look at the sales figures.
And she
well,
also had a purse company.
Handbags, big fucking deal.
I know.
Any money she's got is from being Jewish in a trust fund. She didn't make it. It ruined her life.
Well, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, but young and proud. I really felt sorry for Monica
no,
Lewinsky.
right. Like, so I got to be honest with you. So, like, I was amazed at how much hate that she got, right? But it seemed like with him, it was kind of like, yeah, that was wrong, Bill, but like, it's okay. But like Monica, like, had to like freaking leave the country.
Yeah, I know, it's sad.
Like
Yeah.
it was like, wait a minute, she's like way younger than you. You're this guy in power, and like they were just kind of like, I mean, like nobody was like, oh yay, Bill Clinton did that or whatever, but like it wasn't like I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, other countries laugh at the United States.
Oh, I'm sure.
Policies towards this shit.
But see, this is the thing, is it breaks having stuff like this published and like out in the open makes our country look, no wonder why, we're afraid of getting like attacked and we always have to be on guard and like get our defenses out there because you have the media, you never hear about all this stuff in other countries. Oh, the leader of this person had like an affair or had freaking doing drugs or like, and none of these like major scandals, not saying it's not happening, but
No, they just chop their fucking heads off and bury them, like Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi. Stephanie, is that you?
What?
What's that buzz noise?
It's probably my stupid phone, Tom.
It sounded like one of those things you put in somebody's hand. You shake it.
Oh, I plugged my charger in.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe that's.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it went away. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hit
but
the-
other countries, I think, that just kind of goes on, and they just can't believe that this much emphasis is put on it in the United States. Hey, John Boy, how you doing?
Right, but I mean, right. So
Mhm.
you know that like all eyes are on you, right? If
Yeah.
you're one of those people, then why push it so much? You know, like
Yeah.
why do that and put
It's
yourself
called hormones.
right? Well, I mean, I'm not stupid, but like I don't know. I think if you have a certain job, like I don't know.
That's why I think this what's that pervert Epstein? That's why I think he came up dead. Man, he was ready to spill the beans on everybody.
I think so too.
Oh, me
I think that was
too.
coming.
Shit, yeah.
And
All of a
then
sudden, the camera's not working. The guards are fucking off playing backgammon, and he's
Yeah.
yeah, bullshit.
well, I think that's how he was making his money was basically catering, you know,
No, it
the
wasn't. Didn't make any of it that way.
okay.
Hedge fund manager. You
Oh,
know who he bamboozled big time was, and the people he catered to didn't have money. It was Alan Dershowitz, Bill Clinton. These were just his buddies. He had shit tons of money. He was a smart guy, but a hedge fund where he made the money.
okay.
That was fucking chump change. All these guys he was hanging around. But if you looked at some of the info that came out and some of that testimony early on, Dershowitz was down there, Greg Norman, the golfer, Bill Clinton, all sorts of people. Who's that king in the UK? Prince.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had the. Everybody knew this was an island for a bunch of underage sex with girls. I mean, what the hell are you doing over there at a party?
Right. Well, he
And
ended up paying money, I think. I think he ended up getting sued and she ended up with a good chunk of change from that.
who?
Hold on. The girl that uh was with the prince
Yeah,
or
Prince Andrew. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, Prince Andrew. I think she ended up going to court for it and she ended up with some kind like I think he paid her like I forgot the figures. I'd have to look it up again, but it was over a million.
You know what? They should have consulted Hugh Hefner. He was fucking them all, treated like a hero.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
But we're
No
talking
lawsuits there.
but we're talking underage girls.
Yeah, no, in that case, you're right. But I'm talking about these other guys like Bill Clinton and
Well,
stuff,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
Monica Lewinsky and this football coach and that
Right.
kind of stuff. I mean, it's marketing. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know what his shtick was to like get these cute young cheerleader looking girls and getting to move in with you. And they bragged about the parties they had there. I mean,
Well,
people posted about hanging around with this lech.
I read like a lot of them like wrote books about it and everything else and there were different things said about living there and how like he was manipulative and they had to like stuff that they didn't show you like and it wasn't like all like how they because you remember when they made the reality series about it, The Girls Next Door?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, they came out with a reality series called The Girls Next Door, and it was on TV. And I would watch it every now and then, and it was all like, "Oh, we're so happy, like yay, blah blah blah. We're gonna do this and that." And then they wrote books about it afterwards, and it really
Oh.
the same. It was like I don't know.
And you notice his daughter, Christy, was never in the magazine.
I don't know much about the magazine. I just watched The Girls.
Oh, I do.
I'm sure you do.
But I stuck 10,000 pages together over the years.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We know, Tom. We
All
know.
right. Oh, yeah. Thank
Okay.
you. Not bragging or anything. I used to see his daughter down when I lived in Chicago. I mean, big deal.
Huh.
Really pretty lady.
Oh, so
She met her husband in a bar right around the corner from where I live. Doesn't mean shit, I know, but and the Playboy mansion had long moved out. I used to live across the street from it, but unfortunately, it had left, and they were in LA by the time I got to Chicago. But the daughter kept living in Chicago for some reason.
huh.
Well, who was her mother?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Nobody talks about who the mother was.
I don't know that I've ever heard that come up.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, My enemy said the theory going around now is that Epstein was a CIA agent.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't understand. What was the final goal here? I mean, these were Americans predominantly. Who was they spying on?
Powerful
You
people.
trying to take people down for that's possible. I mean, look at J. Edgar Hoover. He had 30 hours of John Kennedy fucking everything he could get his hands on, which is why they never canned him for being a known homosexual running the FBI. It's a fact.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
Smart.
I mean, I know there's a lot of different theories. I mean, I don't know if Jeffrey Epstein actually was a CIA agent or anything, but
I mean, he could have been, but I just don't understand. What are you looking for when you got mostly Americans over there?
that's true. You're right. That doesn't make sense because usually with CIA, they're usually spying overseas.
That girl, that lady, Christine, what was her name? She got like 30 years.
Oh,
the one that was setting up the dates.
Yeah, but I think she got it lessened a lot. I think they were easier on her.
No bullshit. She's in forever. She'll be like 81 when she gets out at the minimum.
Wow.
He bought her helicopters and all sorts of shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, that seemed like a pretty stiff sentence. I'll tell you another one that I thought. I mean, prostitution's illegal in some places, and I thought that Washington D.C. madame got she ended up hanging herself in her mother's shed down there in Tarpon Springs. And she had a black book on a bunch of politicians too. And I always, in the back of my mind, wondered, why are they going after her so heavy? And I think it's reasonable to think that it was who some of the Johns were. She said she was going to expose them.
Well, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Blue. Yep.
Well, that's the thing that usually happens. Like you have these powerful people. So understand this.
Yeah.
They're powerful. And if they find out, something bad's going to happen, they're probably going to do something about it. And
yeah. My advice is to just stay local and bang the dollar store manager. Work second shift.
Thanks for the advice. You have such
anytime, man. Yeah. Not getting not taking my contract away.
For life advice.
Anytime, Yeah, not taking my contract away.
Right.
No, it's just this is going to, in all this knowledge we have, and everybody's familiar with it, it's going to happen till the day we die. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Sex scandals. Look at Princess Diana getting banged by the exercise instructor. What a shocker.
Oh, I never heard about that. Really?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy getting caught in transgender parks after hours twice.
Well, what about who was JFK?
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then it was different. You could do like him and his brother both did, kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
Brother drowned one. And he gave an overdose of medicine to Marilyn Monroe. She seemed like a very sweet person.
She probably just got caught up with too much. She probably was. And she probably just got caught up with a bunch of wrong people, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at, what's his name? Art Kelly.
Oh, I could have believed that when the whole R. Kelly thing came out. I was like, really? That was brutal.
I know.
Now, my whole thing is with these scandals and everything, and then, come to find out there was like this many people involved and everything, and somebody goes down for it years and years later. Like, I'm also wondering if that was like a setup too. Like all of a sudden, like 20 years later, like you have 50 people wanting to.
Well, I'll tell you, I can't. I don't want to sound like, I think it's okay to put quaaludes in a woman's drink when she visits. Turn off your microphone for a second, Stephanie.
Okay.
But on some of the women that came out of the woodwork with Bill Cosby, it just seemed like, come on now. I think Mike Tyson got fucked with that Desiree Washington going up and claiming rape.
Yeah. I mean, you can do, like, if you feel like that you got raped, and if you have proof too, like you're spot, like the,
CeeLo Green.
actually, you know what? CeeLo Green was actually in my city like a year or two back doing a concert at a casino.
Yeah, don't accept a drink from him.
Don't accept it.
He got nailed too.
I mean, I think that's very I don't know,
It's super creepy.
like
I think it's. Don't you think it is, Stephanie? Stephanie,
What's that, Tom? I'm sorry.
guys putting tranquilizers in women's drinks.
Oh, Tom, yeah, I thought about that. And, years ago when we went bar hopping, we never had to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
That never happened. It just shows where, everything is just going downhill.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad to think you can't go out and have a drink with your friends and get up and dance and worry someone put something in your drink.
It's super
Yeah.
creepy.
it's predatory behavior though, if you think about it,
Yeah.
because it's all
Oh,
pre
sure.
like,
But
I
what
mean, I
I don't understand is why, did this happen when I was younger and we just didn't hear about it?
what
Or
what I
is it something new?
What I
That's
don't
what I don't get.
what I don't understand is some of these men, they have money and stuff, and
Wives.
like you telling me that you can't like find somebody to willingly have sex,
No, I can tell you right now what the problem is. Same thing when I lived in Chicago. I knew a lot of male models through a buddy of mine.
uh-huh.
They were getting escorts constantly. It's like, what are you doing? And they said it's just they don't want to go through the bullshit. They don't want to fuck around for a month at dinners and movies and fucking chit chat and fireplaces. They want to get down to business, and for $300, it's worth it.
I mean, if you have a busy lifestyle, like if you're
You don't, even if you don't, who wants to go through all that bullshit?
Right. If you're not looking for a relationship, I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, these
I
were good-looking
yeah.
guys. I mean, they had girls wanting to go out, slipping them numbers constantly.
Right.
And it was just, they'd bend down it and they're trying to bang them on the first day. It's like, what are you doing? So they
Well,
finally just eventually switched to call girls.
Well, the thing is too is now they have all of not from my dating era, but now they have those apps. Like
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
you just like meet. I don't know how
Yeah,
they
they
work.
nailed a bunch of Michigan State police officers on that.
Really?
Yeah, there was one
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like a lady's name.
How
Arlene.
scary.
There was one out there for quite a while. It was like a lady's name, like Arlene Wilson or something, and people joined. Yeah, they nailed half of them for hooking up, and the other half for using the state police email.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's just. I mean, it's a jagged edge. It's just.
Well, it's risky. It's risky behavior. You know what I mean? So you got to take.
I think even like nowadays, dating I would consider risky behavior. It's not like when Stephanie and I were young.
No, you could meet someone in a bar, go out the next night, and not worry about it. Nowadays, you meet some freaking creep in the bar, Ugh.
And he bought a chainsaw right before he got there.
Really? Yeah, it's so different. Oh
Yeah,
my
like I haven't dated in a very long time, so I don't know like what it all is about, really. Like
Rita summed it up. Who wants to fuck a limp body?
Yeah,
Bill
exactly.
Bill Cosby. Ask Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
That's just so weird.
It is weird. It's
Yeah,
definitely like I don't
there's
know.
something wrong with that person. Yeah, there's something wrong with them. I don't know.
We have to have a psychologist on here. I'm like,
Yeah, I wish we could.
I wish we could.
Yeah. But I think, I mean, you know what they're going to say. I mean, we know right between right and wrong.
Right.
Right.
And we could just be old people talking. There could be like millions of people out fucking right now. But we're so out of the loop. Yeah,
Hooking
we're so
up on
out of the loop, we don't know about it.
They got all those hookup sites now that you can just go on and meet somebody the same day. I mean, this, in an hour.
Yeah.
They got all those now going on, but people, I don't know why more people aren't afraid. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Well,
And these hookup things, I wonder how they go if that's a bunch of bullshit too.
I have no idea. We should do like a test or something.
Yeah, let's do a test.
Dude, Tom, you're a single guy. We're gonna we're gonna do a test on.
No, it wouldn't be a good test because I don't want to go out to any of those fucking bitches that fit my fucking profile.
Aw.
Look like the Walking Dead.
Right. And you can't lie on them because you're going to meet them.
Yeah, thank you. There's my sex consultant, Stephanie.
I want to see.
I'm fucked either way, right, Steph?
Yeah, me too, Tom. I post a picture of a beautiful young girl, say I'm 25, and I show up, they're going to die.
I think who thinks that Tom should do like a mini series?
Yeah, like
Tom meeting people off of like a site.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I used to do though. I knew I had two good buddies that modeled full time in Chicago. They do the whole tour, Miami, New York, Milan, all that fucking bullshit. And I would go to castings with them. When you go to a casting, there's a secretary sitting at the desk, and you show up, and your name's supposed to be on a list. So we go and just fuck around and laugh. And I go sit down. She'd say, "Hi, how you doing?" It's like, "You're here for the casting," and you could tell her just kind of looking at me compared to all these other motherfuckers.
They're probably like, "What are
we laughed our damn ass off so hard, man. We couldn't even get through it. We were laughing so hard.
Oh my God!
There's a lot of scams in that too. Modeling.
You should have been like, "I'm here for the next underwear model."
Yeah, no, that's what I did. No, they used to have little sayings. It was like jeans or underwear. They always had like a little jingle thing you had to remember before you got there. I couldn't even get through it really.
I could not see Tom being
We'd laugh so damn hard, man.
Oh God, me too.
Yeah,
there would be comic relief.
Yeah, we had a good time. I'm not sure, but I looked up the other day on the internet. I know that two of the big agencies, and when I lived there, I moved there in '98, are out of business. So I don't know whether COVID killed them, and there's other ways models hook up with casting agents or what. I don't know.
Yeah, and Tom, you and I don't want to go on seniors.com.
Yeah, damn.
Well, I know that a lot of those agencies, you got to be careful though too, where you.
No, it's a big scam. Right. No, I know guys that did it. They figured out what had happened to them, and they did it. What you do is you go and you run a big ass ad all over the place. Craigslist, local newspaper, child models, teenage models, and every fucking parent out there. I had a nephew like that. They think their son or daughter's the next fucking supermodel. You get them down there, you fill out all this bullshit, and you guarantee them at least one casting. That's the hard part, getting called to go to a place. You charge them $1,600. You get some guy like me that knows a little bit about photography to do their comp cards. You rip them off for about $600, and it costs you $50. You can get them done at Walgreens. You make them a comp card. You get them a casting at some friend's modeling agency. They're never going to get hired. But you just got $1,600 for about 90 minutes of work. And it was all set up on the egos of the parents that thought their kids were good looking and were going to be the next star. These guys made a fucking fortune. And the best places to do it is when you went into a mall and you gave them 10%. None of these people were ever going to be models. Big ripoff.
You have to be really lucky, know the right people, and be at the right place.
Yeah, lucky, and you gotta lucky is right.
Yeah.
And tall. There's a protocol.
Right.
I've met women all the time I modeled, and I'm thinking, for fucking what? print modeling, you're fucking 5 feet tall. You know, and run print modeling is nothing.
Yeah.
And some of these guys, like they got on, like my buddy got on RuPaul, and he was on some other fucking thing. He was second on Jordache Jeans. Well, second's like being 300th. But there were a couple buddies of his. One got the fitness magazine cover and shit like that. But none of them were big time models. It was a lot of luck.
Right. Oh yeah.
Right.
For
You know,
sure.
these casting guys, the real models, they're found by casting guys going on train stations in the morning in a big place like Chicago where, you know, 1 million people get off in the morning to go to work and they just look around. You look at like some of these famous models. I think Julia Roberts was one that they found like that. You know, saw her eating an ice cream in an ice cream store, and the casting guy, he knows what he's looking for. Stuff like that. They're not depending on anybody coming to them. That's why whenever you see those and they run these big ads, it's a big, you know, you're out $1,600. They will go into markets where they would try and figure out where it was affordable, where you had the demographics to come up with $1,600. They just kill it. They made like 40 grand in 2 days. These people are never going to get a job as a model. But that one fake casting is what they banked on. And they felt, well, I guess they just didn't make the cut. They just didn't feel totally scammed by paying $1,600, getting some comp cards, and no one calling. It's such a scam.
Well, now with social media and everything.
Yeah, Pam Anderson. Yep. It's social media. You don't need it.
Actually, I saw Pamela Anderson. They had a couple of videos of her recently.
She didn't look bad.
I was surprised that she like ditched the makeup too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle, I saw that too. And Pamela Anderson said that she is going to age naturally. She's not going to do anything to herself. That's why she showed that picture of her with no makeup.
Yeah, but she's desperate too. She wrote that book where she ratted everybody out.
Right.
oh yeah,
I think
that's
she's
right.
out of money.
But I really liked her after I read that article about she's not going to have anything done to her face or anything like all these other stars are doing. They are distorting themselves.
Yeah.
Have you
Look at
seen
Madonna.
Madonna?
Madonna,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God. Unbelievable what she's done to her face.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, I don't know either, but
Well, Madonna got really sick too, so I think maybe she was having some health issues that caused her face to look like bloated and everything else.
No,
yeah,
that's plastic
well, they
surgery.
were saying that part of her sickness was from some of her surgery.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
She got an infection. I read an article, I can't quote it, but she got some kind of infection after a surgery, and it made her real sick. Yeah.
I'll tell you who they did a good job of plastic surgery on is that Ozzy Osbourne's daughter.
Yeah, what? Kelly Osbourne.
She looks good.
I saw a picture of her, and since she lost the weight and everything, I was like, it doesn't even look like her anymore. But like,
No,
you
she's
said,
cute.
She had work done too, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
her
she's cute.
mom looks great too. Sharon, I love Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah, I used to like her until that Susan Boyle, the one that, you know, the singer.
Yeah.
Sharon Osbourne was saying that she looked like she got hit with an ugly stick, and I thought that was like super rude.
Oh, I didn't know she said that, Tom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sharon Osbourne is a reason Ozzy's still alive and rich.
Oh yeah, she sure is.
He's not looking too good. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Yeah, I know. No, you know she controls everything, Tom.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
dad, I think, wasn't her dad a record producer?
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an argument too. Like even look at the Judd that killed herself. She was
Right.
looking kind of strange towards the end, and so does the good-looking daughter Ashley. Look a little off.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery.
well, think about
Yeah.
what about Britney Spears too? She's changed a lot throughout the years.
I haven't seen a recent picture of her. Yeah, Naomi. Yeah, Naomi was pretty.
Yeah. Well, Britney Spears has been doing some bizarre things on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Oh, has she really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she did one. She was dancing with knives. I mean, big butcher knives.
Oh,
She was
wow.
dancing. Yeah, you can see it on TikTok, and they sent a welfare check on her after she posted that video.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
she's had some problems.
Yeah, she has.
She's saying, I get, but she finally got the dad out of running her finances.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah, the
I
Kardashians, man. I don't find them attractive at all.
I
And
have
what's
never.
what's the one that Bruce Jenner used to be married to?
Oh, the mother, Chris.
Yeah, she was cute a long time ago, but she looks like an alien too. Yeah, Courtney Cox. No, hers doesn't look too good either.
Well, the one daughter, she did good for herself. She's a billionaire.
Who?
The one Kardashian.
Oh, I know.
She's
a mystery.
The younger ones. Yeah, she's a billionaire.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah, she
makeup companies, clothing companies, shoe companies. I mean, she's just really done well for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't get the demand for that. You know what I mean? Look at Bruce Jenner too. Went crazy.
Yeah, and I think he was your age, Tom, when he did it.
Really?
Yeah. He's in his 60s. He waited this long to be a woman? Jesus. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize he waited that long.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looked like the most all-American guy that ever lived.
Oh, yeah, I remember him years ago. We all loved him, us girls.
Gold medal winner too.
Oh, I know it. And all this time he wanted to be a woman.
Yeah, weird. Look at George Michael too.
Oh God, I love George Michael. Oh my God, he was so sexy back in the day.
Yeah, he lost his looks though too.
Oh, he did. But I loved him. I still love him.
A lot of
Great entertainer.
my mother, she was always obsessed over Rod Stewart.
Oh God, him too. He was homely, but I loved him.
Rod Stewart and Johnny Depp. For some reason,
Johnny
she
Depp,
loved Johnny
yeah.
Depp.
Johnny Depp looked like Jackson Brown did for like 100 years, and then all of a sudden started looking old one day. Johnny Depp looks like a druggie.
Yeah, I was never really into him that much, but I like his movies.
You think he's a good actor?
Yeah,
They found him too. They found him some weird way too. As
They
an actor.
did?
Eating a hot dog or something somewhere. Yeah, look it up.
Oh.
Yeah, he's from Kentucky, I think.
Oh God, Michelle, you've made me want to listen to some Rod Stewart now.
I liked some of Rod Stewart's music.
Oh, me
I
too.
ran into him walking on the beach in Palm Beach one night. He was kicking a soccer ball.
Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
He's
About
a little
5 feet tall.
Yeah, he's a little guy. I knew
really?
that.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
He
Just
got
like
arrested over, I think in Palm Beach, him and his son got in a fight with somebody here a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't look good. But you know what? We get old. That's why, I think in our minds we expect all these entertainers to look the same way, but they don't. They get old just like we do.
You look at Mickey Rourke.
Oh God. That poor man.
He's a good guy though, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. But he's not aging well at all.
No. You know who else?
But I'm not either, Tom. I got big old bags under my eyes and everything, Shit.
Doesn't matter at this point, does it?
Oh, no. No.
Luckily, your hormones went south about the same time as your looks started.
Yeah, when my body started falling apart, my hormones were gone.
I mean, it does kind of work that way.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
just think if it was reversed. when you were young, you had no hormones and you could have cared less about sex. You get old, you're horny in hell and you can't get any.
Right, because you look like this.
It worked in the opposite, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been worse. It sure would have.
Yeah, you might be right about that. You know, I was reading an article, you know, there's women going down there now getting murdered, going down there to get facelifts in Tijuana.
Oh, you're kidding. Yeah,
That's
now
crazy
what?
out there.
Why would they go, especially to Mexico, to have something like that done?
Well, I think it's cheap.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think you can get a good job. She's quiet on. You can get a good job down there. You know, it's not like always a hack job. It's a lot cheaper, and they go down there and they get a nice hotel, and it's marketed properly, and all of a sudden they get killed accidentally by some drug cartel.
Oh,
Nuts.
yeah. I would never go to Mexico.
No, me, I'd never go there again. No way. Too dangerous.
Yeah.
The State Department warns you not to go down there as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they charter airplanes, jets to Thailand for plastic surgery. There were two gay guys that were at my gym in Chicago. They went on a charter and both of them got facelifts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was like a third of what it would have cost in the United States.
See, that's crazy to me, Tom. That is crazy.
Yeah. Vanity.
I mean, if I couldn't afford the best, I wouldn't do it. Not something like that. That's serious shit. I mean,
Yeah, I think-
people don't realize. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I've seen the foreign countries. They're injecting stuff that shouldn't be injected to you. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Nuts.
I know people who've gotten Botox and that's actually helped them out with headaches.
Yeah, no, they use that for all
Right.
sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
They use that for a lot of stuff. Yeah, migraines.
Yep.
I wonder how that helps.
I don't know.
It relaxes because it probably like relaxes like your nerves and your muscles or like whatever in your head. More, do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, so if you
Yeah.
have like any kind of like inflammation or whatever going on up there, it probably eases it a little bit.
Huh. Yeah, it's I mean, I know a guy from Antiques. He's a plastic surgeon down in Indianapolis. He told me that he has Indianapolis Colts cheerleaders, the pro football cheerleaders that come in there for consultations where they'll have just like a little dimple of cellulite you could hardly even see, and they want to get it taken off. He said they have like perfect bodies almost, except maybe one little area. And he says, no way, man. He turns them down. He said he wants the plain Jane that he can definitely make look better for sure.
Well, because you figure
Not someone like that.
well, you figure like the people are like walking billboards for you too. So,
Yeah, you're right.
you
Yeah.
know, that's what they make their money off of. And if they can have like success stories, like people are more willing to spend more money.
Wow, Deadly. Yeah, isn't that something? And how about that one guy that runs around trying to look like Ken from the Barbie?
Oh,
You ever seen him
God.
on YouTube? He seems like a nice guy. You ever seen him?
I
Yeah,
have.
he tries to be the real life Ken.
Yeah, but isn't he starting to? Didn't he say he wanted to be Barbie now, though?
He might have. I haven't watched it in a long time.
I'll have to look that up. I think he's changing it now where he wants to be Barbie.
Oh, what a freak.
Yeah, I know.
Money must be running out.
Yeah.
That happens, man. I think they get desperate. Sharon Osbourne's had, plenty of plastic surgery as well. I don't think she looks
talks about it.
totally normal. Oh, she does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean-
She talks about it. I saw her on The View when she came back, and she was talking about it. She called it a refresher.
Oh, okay. Is that isn't her name Joy something? Is she on The View?
Yeah.
She looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Did she get surgery?
I don't know. I don't know if she did or not. I've never heard
Whoopi
her
Goldberg
talk
still on there?
well, as far as I know, I haven't watched it for a while, Tom.
Yeah,
But
is that
see,
even like? Does anybody watch it anymore?
I was never a fan of Whoopi Goldberg, though.
No,
So,
me either.
No.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
I think she just got lucky.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
What did
I
she even
think-
like get established? What was she, a comedian or something?
I think so. I think somebody thought she was funny and she got a break but I don't.
Roseanne Barr was 10 times better. I did see her do a comedy skit one time, but I didn't know, not Roseanne Barr, but
Rosie
Whoopi
O'Donnell.
Goldberg.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought Roseanne Arnold was funny as hell. I do.
was it? She was the one that got in trouble for racism, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Am I thinking of the right? Okay.
Yeah, and then that time she was making a joke, singing the anthem and spit on the ground. Somebody tried to connect it to the flag, that kind of thing. But the last thing she did, I think it was racism because they just canceled her show. But for all we know, the ratings were down. They were looking for a reason to get out of it.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't even watch TV anymore. I don't know one good thing on there that's like fun. I don't know. These TV places are hurting, man.
I don't.
YouTube has killed it.
Yeah. Well, there's so many streaming too. You can stream just about anything. So it's like, I think, I don't know, with TV and cable TV. I mean, I'm not sure, but with technology now.
Cable's hurting too. A lot of these places.
Yeah.
I notice here flipping through the channels sometimes you'll go to watch some channel that's been on forever. And you'll get a notice. We are currently negotiating with your local company. You can't even get channel 7. Does that happen to you ever?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Well, weren't they
Yeah.
on strike, Tom?
What's that?
Isn't Fox on strike?
Or are they? They might be.
My
I don't watch
my sister was saying something. Her favorite show's not on because there's a strike.
Oh,
So
that's possible. Yeah. You mean because of that SAG strike?
I think so. I'm not sure. See, I got rid of my cable. I have Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, and Hulu plays my few shows I liked on regular TV. They play it the next day. So, I mean, my bill was just way too high. I cut it. It cut it in half getting rid of cable.
I'll tell you, these pay-per-views too, this boxing and stuff, MMA, it's like $89 now for a fight.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
Nope. It's crazy. I used to get them all. I get about a third of them now. It better be really good, legit, long time in the waiting fight. But no, I don't. I watch so much YouTube, fight videos, stuff like that, airplane videos, crazy.
Yeah, I do too, Tom. I watch.
Does anybody have the YouTube streaming TV?
You mean the live TV?
You can.
Yeah, well, they got a TV thing they're always trying to get you to try.
Well, you can always, with my box and my TV and everything, where it's just apps, I can stream YouTube on my TV.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
If you
can
have the
too.
correct TV, if you have the newer digital TV, they have all the
Smart
apps.
TV.
Yeah.
Is it just as good as watching on a laptop?
Yeah.
Oh, it's better, Tom. It's on your whole TV screen. I don't have, Michelle, I have it's a big TV, but it's an old one. And I have YouTube on my TV.
Okay, so maybe
Can you
it's not.
fast forward videos and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just like watching YouTube, except it's on your TV. It's great.
Huh.
Yep, I love it. I watch a lot of movies off YouTube. I watch your videos on YouTube. Yeah, it's great.
I tried that Roku. It was a pain in the ass. It would be okay up until it was like a big game, like maybe a football game, and it'd buffer all the time. And I just got sick of it.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't like it that much. But I might try that streaming, you know?
oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it did, Read. It's crazy expensive now.
Oh,
Yeah, but you look at ESPN, man, they just laid off like all their like legit high priced talent.
It seemed like once COVID hit, like a lot of changes happened in the entertainment
Yeah,
industry
I think
just in
you're, yeah,
general.
yep. I mean, that
Well,
COVID really fucked things up.
yeah, that, well, what about Rachel Ray too? Like I heard that she's going a different direction.
Yeah,
Her show's getting canceled too.
yeah,
So
probably low ratings.
yeah.
I don't know how the hell she ever got famous anyway. Same
I'm
with
Well,
never
Kelly
watched
Clarkson,
her.
fucking mystery.
she got lucky, someone
Got
spotted,
lucky. That's exactly right.
someone spotted her and
Yep, that's what happens, especially to the older actors. They just get lucky. They make one good movie and they're a star. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at Julia Roberts. Made a
Mm-hmm.
whole damn career out of Pretty Woman.
Exactly. All they need is one good movie or one good TV series, and that'll be their break.
Look up on Google the residuals these people get from like reruns. It's nuts.
Is it?
Oh my god, man! Like Seinfeld gets like 80 million a year or some shit for
Oh
reruns.
well,
really.
I've seen them all maybe 50 times. I can still watch Seinfeld and laugh,
Well,
and I know what's happening. I mean, yeah. No,
Huh.
that was good TV.
So was that thing Charlie Sheen was doing.
Oh,
2.5
you like that
million.
show?
I watch
What
it once in a while, but when I watched it, I thought it was pretty good writing. It's hard to like write jokes constantly.
Right. Yeah.
well, I always watched like Family Guy and South Park and for jokes, and I always found those shows pretty interesting. But like I really don't watch a ton of TV.
No, there's nothing good on it.
No.
Like, well, if you go on Netflix, so like what I got into was Netflix, and like once in a while a series would come on Netflix that would catch my attention. But honestly, like that was even rare. Like,
Those fuckers
people,
billed me for 2 years after I canceled it, and I didn't know it.
well, it's because it's weird because it's like unless if something really interests you, you're not gonna watch a whole series of something. So
And I don't like how they like pose it in kind of a quasi documentary, and it's not. Like that To Make a Murder, that guy that killed that girl in Wisconsin. It
right.
was yeah. Well, they found bone fragments of her in his burn barrel that they didn't even mention in this so-called documentary, because if they'd have mentioned it, they wouldn't have been able to make a movie. And I just hate stuff like that. They didn't really bill it as a documentary, but you watch this thing and you're thinking, oh, I don't know if this guy did this or not. And then you find out through Google that they found bone fragments, which is one of the big things they hung their hat on.
Well,
And I would have never watched any of it.
well, you can't always believe what you see on TV either. Like
No, but
you're a
they're
smart
they're
guy.
not doing it like, at least Forensic Files is like, they're not lying or
Well, did you ever
withholding
watch?
big major parts of evidence.
Were you ever into Unsolved Mysteries? I used to
Loved
watch
it.
that as a
Robert
kid.
Stack, watched all of them. I was supposed to be on
Oh,
Unsolved.
yeah. That was great.
I used to
And
love
I
that show.
I could have been on there.
My mother used to be like, here I was like, 10, 11 years old. What are you
Yep.
doing watching this? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just so amazed by it. She's like, it's
I
freaking
know.
creepy. Turn it off.
Yeah, the good-looking girl on there, Kylie Lee Smith or whatever, she married that Pierce Bronson.
Oh, okay.
She's about
Oh, yeah.
400 pounds. 400 pounds now.
Who?
Kylie Lee Smith or whatever her name is. She
Oh,
was super pretty. He said but they run around. Their shtick now is that he doesn't care how big she gets. He loves her just the same.
well, he probably does, Tom.
No, he doesn't. He's lying. I mean, she was a knockout, drop dead gorgeous 10 when they got married. And being 400 pounds doesn't matter. Which is it?
I don't know, Tom. I don't know.
I mean, maybe he does. But, I mean, she was like a super beautiful woman. I mean, does it really work this way in the real world?
Well, some people do find true love, Tom. We just never did.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you might be right on that one.
That's the point. I know it. I thought when I got married that it was going to be forever, and I found it, and I didn't.
Yeah,
But
it's a
some
moving
people do.
it's a moving target.
Yeah, some people they do find it.
I've known people who've been together, 50, 60 years. I mean, it's not the
Yeah,
majority.
but if you make it that long, after you've been together 60 years, it's an entirely different love than it was that got you started.
I think what a lot of it that keeps like long-term, couples going
Yeah, loneliness.
is that no, also is that they had kids together and then grandkids, and then it's like, oh, okay, now we gotta, help with this and that for the kids or grandkids.
Yeah,
Tom, I want to ask you a question.
yeah, let me have it.
Don't you hate it? Okay, we're old and we're alone, and people don't believe that I don't get lonely.
Yeah, I don't
Do you
either.
do you have people say to you, "Oh, you have to be lonely"?
Yeah, I think once a month, somebody will see me eating at a restaurant someplace and ask me if I want to join them, so I don't
Right.
have to eat alone.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some people don't think that you can be alone and be happy. And it really makes me angry because I even get that with my niece. Oh, Auntie, you need to find somebody so you're not alone. And I tell her, honey, I like being alone, you know?
Yeah,
And they don't get it.
right.
They think I'm lying. I hate that. I hate that when people do
But
that.
there's a lot of lonely people in marriages.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
Sure there is. But
yeah.
yeah,
I
I
know. And I
hate
think that's just lucky if you don't. If you're not like that. If
right.
you get lonely. Yeah, I know people that just can't stand being alone and without having someone in their life.
I know people like that too, Tom. I
Yeah,
do. Yep. They can't do anything by themselves. They always
yeah, it's
have
weird.
to have somebody with them. I mean, I go out and eat by myself. I mean, doesn't I've always been that way though.
See,
You
Yeah,
I'm
know.
on
same
the,
here.
I'm
Yeah.
on the I'm on the opposite end of all of this. Like I can't just and I've been told this, like, just go out and like go to like a movie by yourself or go to and I'm like, why? Like, but because I'm the opposite end of that. Like if I'm gonna go out and do something, whether it's, eat or whatever, like I enjoy having company. Like, I don't know.
I would do it if I really wanted to. It was like somebody interesting, but I don't want to do it just for the sake of doing it. I just don't want some blah blah boring ass fucking blow my head off halfway through date. Listen to this small talk just drives me fucking nuts.
I don't know. I usually have more fun with somebody else when I go out. And like my parents and my sister and everything, they always found that weird because they're like, why don't you just like go to the movies by yourself or do this? And I'm like, why? Like,
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I enjoy going out with people, my family and stuff, but I'm not gonna, if I want to do something and don't have anyone to go with, it's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna go. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, like you're still gonna do it. Like, I get it.
Yeah, but
Would you like? Would you go on a vacation alone?
oh, Tom,
Never.
I've been on so many vacations alone.
I can't. No, I would definitely want to share that and have fun with somebody doing it. Like, I don't know. Like that's me though. Like I get all different types of personalities, but like if I'm gonna go somewhere and do something fun, like I just could I don't know why, but like
Well,
I
I
play
went to Vegas maybe 3 or 4 times by myself. Now, Vegas is a good place to go because, there's a lot to do gambling.
Yeah,
you,
no, you're right. Yeah.
you don't need a friend to be with you when you're doing that.
But it's so much more fun when you have like a person
Oh,
with
yeah,
you and like you can make jokes
sure.
or like you could just, like I'm not saying because like even well like when I go to the casinos and stuff with friends or family, we go there together, but then like we
Right.
all venture off and do our own thing, but then we like come back together to like eat something and then do it's not like just because you're going on vacation or doing something with somebody else that you have to be like right there like every second of every minute of the day, but it's nice to
Right.
share like
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
hate
fun
it.
to do that too.
I hate it when I'm at a slot machine gambling and somebody sits next to me and starts talking.
Oh, me too, Tom. Me too. It's like, leave me alone. I'm the same way.
No.
I
You winning anything? Oh God, here we go.
You know what? I'll tell you what I do. This is terrible. This is terrible, Tom. Somebody sits next to me on a slot machine. I pretend I can't hear.
well
That's
I had
awesome. I'll have
I
to try that.
I
Isn't
had a
that
person
awful?
Yeah, I had to get a hearing aid.
I had a I had a person at a
Fun.
casino. I was playing a slot machine at a casino once and just having a good time, whatever. And then a guy, it was a man and a woman, and he literally was like, "Here, sit here, honey, right next to me." And then he asked me, he's like, "Make sure you keep her company for a while." And I was like, "Okay." And then we just kind of laughed and like he took I don't know where he went off to, but it was just weird. And then we ended up, talking and having fun together, but that was a weird situation. But you normally when you go to a casino, you're just kind of like in your own world, especially if you're playing slot machines.
Yeah, it's fun,
Yeah.
Just the
Oh, it
brain.
is. That's one place you can go alone and still have a good time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Casinos seem to have like really changed in 20 years.
Yeah.
And you know
Like
what I
now you
miss?
just go lose your ass and that's it.
Yeah.
There's so many ways people can gamble now. I can remember going to Tunica like in 99, 2000, all night long, like people screaming, yelling, white light going off at the top, thing blinking all night long. And
Yeah.
now like you can be in there all day long and never hear it. Like
No.
you're in trouble when you go into a casino and they got somebody smiling with a check framed on the wall for $1,100. Big fucking deal.
I know.
Shit. And they were winning that all the time, like 10 grand, 15 grand. This was in 1999. I was sent across from a guy one time that won 255 on the Jack Binion dollar machine.
Yep.
And now you go in there, it's just these bullshit. They're trying to keep you there by giving you a fucking waffle iron or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or paying comp for your stuff. But the thing, like I talked to one lady one night and we're just random talking here and there and I asked her what her favorite slot machine was. She said the ATM machine.
Ain't no
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's another downer too. You go down there, you're losing your fucking ass. You're going to chase your money, what all the books tell you not to do. And then you click the fucking thing and then ask you if it's okay to charge you $14
Yeah.
to take
I
out
know.
another hundreds. Like, fuck, why am I here?
I know. I know. I miss
Damn.
those. I miss those days, though.
Man, I miss the days you hearing the coins clinking the thing.
Yeah,
I do.
me
Tom,
too.
I was so upset. And like the thing is when I first started going to casinos when I was 19 and I could play in Canada legally, um, like I used to love those. I mean, they were a little bit of a
They
pain
did.
because you had to carry around a bucket and everything.
Yeah, it
But
was
like,
I
great.
love that. Wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
like hearing
It
all the
just gave you
coins
the
come out.
feeling of like, but now like quarters aren't worth shit.
Oh
So
God, no, it's all dollar now.
yeah, it's all dollar, They need to come up with some big ass like $2 coin or something that they shed out.
Yeah.
Walk around with a real metal bucket and you can hardly carry it. That'd be fun. None of
Wouldn't
this
that be
ticket or
fun?
shit.
Oh,
Yes.
I know. You get
Yeah.
you spit out a ticket now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as fun.
I think at least up here, I don't know how casinos are everywhere, but like up here, if they renovated like the casinos, because there's still like the old carpeting and
That's because
everything
the piece
else.
of pie's gotten smaller.
Right.
Not as much revenue.
I think if they made it more modern in there too.
Yeah, it
more
would. They
inviting.
can't. They don't want to put the money into it. You go to Tunica. That Harrah's out there was like the biggest casino east of the Mississippi. And that's been mothballed for 8 years. I mean, they have like 2,100 rooms or something. I mean,
Wow.
there's casinos all over. Just like they're not doing that great. You got online gambling, lotto. All this.
My casino, the the Muckleshoot Indian Casino that's only 3 miles from my house.
They'll rip you off the worst, the Indians.
Yeah, they're building a giant 5-star hotel now, connected to.
I know why, because you never win there.
Yep, they're building it. They're going to have a spa. They're going to have. I mean, I want to go up there and spend the night just to see what it's like. It's only 3 miles from my house.
Well, they built a new casino about an hour and a half from my house about 10 years ago, and they really like made it like modern. They had like water,
Hey,
like
Mary.
really nice decor, like water,
Oh, yeah,
like
I know it.
waterfall, like, and it's more
matters.
inviting. Yeah, it does.
It matters when you do it in anything, a restaurant, a gas station. It immediately increases sales,
Yep.
even if they're the same customers. That's why Starbucks gets $8 for a coffee and Dunkin' Donuts gets $2. The interior.
Isn't that ridiculous? I quit buying Starbucks.
Yeah, but it's like you go in there and it's like, oh, this is nice. Teak, and there's not a tear in the seat. The windows are washed.
Right. Yeah.
Not crumbs all over. Looks like
Right.
looks like brand new. You got a damn 20 muffins there, not a crumb anywhere. You go into Dunkin' Donuts, there's fucking donuts everywhere on the floor, under the counter. Somebody smiles at you with one tooth.
But they're good. They're good donuts.
No, it's like, but that's the difference between an $8 and a $2 coffee. And it's the same thing in dining experiences and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean,
when
if
you were in a nice place, a casino, that's why I say the brokest people go to the casino. They're in a damn trailer, the screen's tore, the air conditioner's not working, the cat shit on the pillow. And they take off and take $100 and just they're in air conditioning and it smells good and there are people around, their favorite music's playing. It's a fucking no-brainer.
Yeah.
Even if you're losing your ass, it's better than being home.
Well, when I went to New Jersey, right, and Atlantic City and everything, and those casinos, they seem to keep them semi up to date, at least in Atlantic City.
Yeah, go to Las Vegas.
I have never been to Las Vegas.
Oh, you would love it, wouldn't you, Stephanie?
Oh, yeah. I've been there. I don't even know how many times, Michelle. My grandmother lived there, and we would go every year to Las Vegas to visit her.
And do you want to go to Las Vegas? I promise I'll sit in the back seat of the car.
It's the greatest place to get lost in the world.
Yeah, it's
you don't
just
run into anybody.
No.
Yeah, it's Daisy. Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't run into anybody.
It's a great place. Oh.
And good food there too. I'd rather go to like a good place and pay than some fake crab leg at a buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got every good restaurant out there in the world.
Oh God, I know. I've been wanting to eat at Hell's Kitchen so bad. In the oh God, what's that hotel? I don't know. He's in there. He's in there with Wolfgang Puck's restaurant, But I mean, I can't afford that. I couldn't afford to go and eat there.
It's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
that's why-
remember
that's
back
why-
like 30 years ago, you could go there for like $2.99, airfare
Oh.
included.
Yes, and
Those days are over.
they had 99-cent breakfasts. My
Remember the free
husband and I
shrimp
would
cocktails? Hey, remember the
Yes.
free? Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
With
Yep.
those little tiny shrimp.
Yep. I
Plastic.
remember.
Yeah.
Yep. But we
Great.
always went to this place for 99-cent breakfast. My God, those days are gone.
Yeah. No,
Well,
now it's a lot.
we'll have to do a chosen one community field trip to Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
it's so fun.
Oh God, that'd be so freaking fun.
Yeah, it really would.
Oh my God.
We'll rent an RV. We'll pick each other up we'll start from the furthest person away, and then we'll just do a road trip.
No, it's great out there. Plus, you can go out to like these like desert parks and stuff. It's beautiful. It's just so different.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
You can go to LA if you felt like it. You know?
Yeah, LA is close.
Yeah. I don't want to go there, but I'd rather. It's fun to just go. The only bitch I got about LA is that airport. God, man.
LAX.
That thing is a pain in the ass. No, Las Vegas, man. You're always waiting in there. I hope they made it bigger.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Atlanta's kind of Atlanta's a big airport too.
Yeah, it's like that too. They keep going back and forth with Chicago on who's the busiest. But you don't wait at Atlanta like you do in that damn Las Vegas.
Right.
Especially in a weekend departure, like leaving on a Sunday. It's just a super pain in the ass. But the good news is they have slot machines in the lobby of the airport. It's great.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Everywhere a slot
think it'll-
machine.
I can't believe you haven't been there yet.
I've never, you know what? The furthest west that I've ever been was probably Texas.
Oh, okay.
So I tend to stay like northeast and like Florida.
Yeah, that's all right. It's a long way out there.
Yeah, it is.
Any way you go.
Yeah, see, it's close for me. We drove Vegas. I mean, lots of times we didn't fly. We would just drive there. But from Washington, it's a beautiful drive through Oregon and part of California. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, nice drive. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like checking it. You know, I just went out there, Arizona. I like the desert once in a while. I like New Mexico way better than Arizona. But I still wouldn't want to live out there.
Did you see what's the area 50? What is it? Area?
Yeah, well, I stayed a night there. Roswell,
did?
New Mexico.
You
Yeah.
did?
Everything out there. I don't care whether you go to a breakfast, stay in a hotel, get gas, everything out there. That's the theme. Everybody's got this green light shining where you can go get your picture taken under.
Oh,
They have really marketed that though, because that's a huge part of their economy. People from all over the world that believe in that bullshit come out there and stay.
I really haven't ventured the wild, wild west in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's getting like, it's like there's just so many thousands of miles. I mean, if you look on a map like Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, there's just like thousands and thousands of miles where nothing lives. You'll drive your ass off and see nothing, not a bug on the windshield, a bird flying, a dead snake in the road, nothing. Just brown, hot, nothing. I mean, it's inhabitable. Can't even grow anything. Too hot for cattle. It's just millions of acres that you can't do shit with. It's not for humans.
yeah.
Well,
Wyoming's gorgeous.
Like I know there's an area, I don't know exactly where it is, but I heard there's an area in the West where they have like underground bunkers or something going on, like where people are like living.
Yes, Las Vegas. They got them.
Oh, it's Las
Las
Vegas?
Vegas,
Oh,
they
yeah.
live in the tunnels. Yeah.
Yeah, go to the tunnels. That'd be fun. Go down there.
Yep, I've watched videos on YouTube, the Las Vegas tunnels, where all the homeless people live, and what happens to them like 2-3 times a year. They open the floodgates and the water goes in and flushes all of them out, and then they
Really?
then they have to start over. it's not done on it's not done on purpose. They built those tunnels for the water, Tom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and when they open it up, then the water goes in those tunnels where people are living.
Oh,
And then they lose everything they have. People have died because of that. And but you know what? Those people, they just rebuild and go back in the tunnels. They have nowhere to go.
yeah. I wonder why they don't like. I wonder how they get down there. I think they'd have grates and locks on them and stuff.
No, actually, yeah, the videos I've seen, they're open. You just walk down the big slab of concrete down to the bottom, and there's the tunnels.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
weird.
and then after the water has flooded all, and it all empties into this one area, then all the homeless people go down there and they get stuff that the tunnel has washed away. Yeah,
Oh, well, you drowned any of them?
huh?
Did any of them ever drowned?
Yes. Yep. They've interviewed homeless people that have lost friends in the floods. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They've gotten their ass kicked out. They'll tell you those flash floods. I was out in Wyoming one time when they had one. I mean, it'll be nothing and 5 feet of water in 20 seconds. It's crazy. That happens in Las Vegas. They've had huge floods out there. Happens in all those western states too, like Arizona, New Mexico. You know, when I was out there, everything was dry, but there's like times of the year. Looks like a damn tidal wave coming down there. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Yeah.
Yep.
But, you know, nowadays, like, you know, I like doing long drives too. But nowadays, like, I mean, if you're just like a person with 2 weeks vacation, it doesn't make sense at the prices of gas. In the old days, you just did it because of time. You got there faster. You didn't give gas was way cheaper. You could drive out there cheaper. You just didn't want to spend 48 hours driving. Now it's like costs you more in gas and obviously way more in time. It doesn't make sense, especially, you know, if you've got to rent a car on the other end. That's what makes people drive. That's a big pain in the ass too.
Well, that's why people would ask me all the time when I went on family vacations why we drove, and I always told them, I said, okay, so especially when you have like 4 or 5 people, it's just you save more money if you just drive to a place and then you have your car and
Yeah.
you just save money all around.
That trip I just took was 25 hours one way of driving.
Wow.
I drove straight through the first time. On the way back, I took my time. Felt like shit for a month.
Yeah, I bet.
I think I'm getting too old to do that.
Yeah, you got to stop.
You got to like stop. Like, especially if you're not on a time, like if you don't have to be somewhere at a certain time or.
Yeah, but I mean, I used to stay in hotels and then upload my videos. But like, I'm always thinking, you know, I want to get there, right? And what happens is, like when I'm uploading videos, great. But I found that I like getting there, doing whatever I got to do, and then taking my time coming back. Because I don't want to check into a hotel. I mean, what good's it do you to check in at 10 and go to bed at 11, get right up and leave in the morning? It's like $90 for like what? Taking a shower? So I just started not liking it that much, you know, and I just started like going one way full time. Because I'm thinking the whole time, what if you can't fall asleep? That's even worse. You're in this hotel, they're making noise, 3 a.m, you haven't slept one bit. In order to get to your destination, you got to get up at 7 or 8. So I just quit doing it on the way there. I just drive through, drink a couple of like Red Bulls, coffees. It's kind of fun, actually. But this last time, that was an ass kicker, man. I was fucking tired for a month after I got back. I mean, I wish I wasn't, but I was.
Yeah, I know.
Took me 25 hours.
Yeah, driving that long could definitely take time to recover from that.
I do get out and walk around a little bit when I get gas because my doctor buddy said I could get a blood clot now. I'm old. So I do that, but I don't blow a lot of time doing it.
Well, like when we would take, when we would drive to Florida for family vacations, like we would stop like every like 2 hours. I mean, we wouldn't stop for
Us too,
extremely long,
yeah.
but just basically to like walk around, go to the bathroom if you have to, like just get out of the car and move a little bit, but it doesn't cause that much time.
Yeah, well, it depends how you look at it. I mean, I'm always figuring this shit out. You're fucking around here and there every 2 hours. You're never going to get there. I mean, really, if you look, you're lucky if you're going anywhere to average 62 miles an hour. The only time when it gets better is out west, where the speed's 80 and there's no traffic jams. You know, like of that trip I took, luckily, if you look at from where I live, Crawfordville to Holbrook, Arizona, once I got west of Memphis, it was balls out, or it would have taken way longer than that. But up through there, I'm going into Memphis, you know, fucking traffic, bullshit, 55 going through someplace. But once you can get out in those roads and really haul ass, you can make some crazy time. But if you do the math from when you left to when you got there, your average speed, I have people tell me all the time, gee, I average 82. It's like, no, you didn't, motherfucker. I've been doing this shit for 30 some years. I'd love to average 82. It's just impossible. There's just reasons that slow you down. Getting gas, getting something to eat, stopping at the bathroom, 20-minute walk 5 times. You know, it's hard. You really gotta. I gotta want to get there.
I mean, it depends. It all depends on like if I only have like a week to get all this stuff, you know what I mean? Then if I have 2 or 3 weeks, or I guess it all depends.
There was a guy at YouTube, Ken. He's a great guy. He never comes on the chats. We've kept in touch. Runs a hedge fund. Good guy. And he's always getting a hold of me, wants to get together when I get to Michigan. So I call him, said, all right, fuck it. Let's just do it. He said he always wanted to go up north. So I come over. So he comes over. We drove all the way up to Mackinac, went up to Sault Ste. Marie, came back. We drove like 565 miles that day.
Wow.
I said we did a whole vacation in one day. And he jokes about that all the time. He tells his buddies they don't believe him. It's like people blow a whole week going there, and we did it all in one day. Took pictures, ate, fucked around. He said he was never so damn tired in his life, and I did all the driving. Yeah, I like getting there, you know, like and taking my time coming back.
It's interesting because like when I first started driving and traveling, and this was before, you know, GPSs on your cell phones or cars or anything. I actually
Right.
had fun with maps and stuff.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
Oh,
too.
me too. I still carry an atlas.
Yep, I know. Yeah, that's all you had was a map.
I used to always be the navigator, and it was just fun. But I mean, now they have good apps like Waze that informs you if there's accidents, and they can
Yeah.
route you.
Google will do that though too. Anyway.
Yeah, they can reroute you, and you can chat with other travelers and everything else. It's a good app to use.
Wow.
But there are other certain places I don't want to be tired driving through. Believe it or not, Birmingham, Alabama is one. Another one's Cincinnati, Ohio. It's just like fucking Atlanta, north to south, nightmare. You just don't stay on 75. You better be alert. You know, and I try and plan around. I just don't want to be dead tired. If you're dead tired trying to go through Atlanta and you haven't been there before, you will be freaking the fuck out. It's on, off, merging, cutting across 6 lanes. You know, there's traffic bumper to bumper. Everybody's driving like a lunatic. You look up 1/2 mile, right lane, I-75 south. Like, fuck. Put on your blinker, does no good. Atlanta is an ass kicker.
Is it kind of like Washington, D.C.?
Fucking A, man. Only worse. It's the worst design. Chicago's the same way. Just terrible design. Every major road comes into about a 3-mile area. It's just like got every lunatic in the world going to work. There's people that do that every day. I don't know how you could do it. I mean, you got to be paying attention. And if you're pulling a trailer or something, it's even worse. It's like, holy shit, man. I plan my way around those cities. It's the first thing I think when I'm going those ways. It's like, well, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Out of here.
And everybody's on their phone nowadays too, Tom.
Yeah, it's
It's
nuts.
awful.
Well, don't
Yeah.
they usually have like the roundabouts that you can go around the major cities?
Yeah, but you know, if you look at like the one in Atlanta, a lot of times, I mean, I don't know, those are generally to get off at the suburbs so you don't go downtown. Now, Indianapolis has one, but almost all of them, you're not really saving much time because they're so damn out of the way. Those are to take you around the city at exits without having to go through downtown, you know, and then go out east or west. Like if you look at Atlanta, they have them, but none of them work for me. Same with Indianapolis. They're just too far out of the damn way. You know, when you're going straight north, you know? Yeah, there's places of traffic, man. Cincinnati's another ass kicker. You know, you think it'd be like New York City or Dallas or some shit like that. Cincinnati's like that, like all the time. You know, and you never know. It's weird. Sometimes I just didn't work out. I needed to leave. And I couldn't have the luxury of going when I knew the traffic would be down. So I just go at the worst time and it'd be fine. No wreck is what gets you. One wreck and everything dies. Today I was going west and waited in line 45 minutes. I haven't done that in forever. Semi truck flipped over. Yeah. Crazy. Amazon truck.
Well, now that they have all the technology, like, and whatnot, like even satellite radio, you
Yeah.
can just put that on, freaking have fun and just go. Like I used to travel for work, not really far, but there was a lot of driving involved, and it was fun. Like it was definitely fun, just being in your car alone and just jamming out. But it's a pain because, especially up here with the weather,
Yeah.
So
I
you
like
always want
driving in bad weather too, believe it or not.
really.
Yeah. Like
I
driving in like snow storms and shit like that.
I
Heavy
know
rain.
I know someone, as soon as they see a storm coming, they're like, "Up, I gotta go to Niagara Falls," and I'm like, "Really?" Like, there's just I'm like,
I'm like that with Florida. If I know those hurricanes are coming in or bad weather, I'm gonna do that this fall. I gotta go up and get all that stuff in Michigan, and I gotta like set this house up. So I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but when I know some bad weather's coming in, I'll go down to Florida, check in that good hotel I talk about for 2 days. It's like perfect. You can have it's ceiling to floor glass, width of the room, huge rooms, the most gorgeous view ever. You can have them open, just laying in your bed while it's like storming and raining like crazy. It's great. Look out there, day or night. Big waves. It's so noisy, but nice noisy, waves crashing.
hmm,
I love it. Love big storms. We have good rains here. That's a good thing down here. I mean, the
yeah.
winters are nothing in Michigan anymore, but these rainstorms we get down here are big time.
Well, you don't have to worry about
Hey, Jeff.
hurricanes. I don't know if the tornadoes go through Georgia.
Hurricanes, I wouldn't be driving down there only because everything closes. They evacuate the hotels, and you wait in line for 12 hours to move 2 miles. But heavy storms, yes, I'd do it. Love that. There's nothing to me more fun than watching big ass thunder and lightning storm out over the ocean. It's so thought provoking. It's so cool.
I
You see boats out there, and you're thinking, God, man, guys are gonna hope you live.
I like them as long as I don't see tornadoes.
Yeah, no,
Tornadoes are
tornadoes are
major,
bad
like
too.
hurricanes,
Yeah,
and I've been through both, so
I've been
I've
Oh,
close
s-
to
wow.
tornadoes.
I've
Yeah,
seen a tornado
Washington,
before.
we don't get tornadoes. We get earthquakes here in Washington. That's what we get. But we
You
don't
ever
get
get
any
a,
of that.
you had a bad one since you lived there, Stephanie?
I've been in 2 earthquakes, Tom. Yes.
I mean,
Uh,
buildings falling down the whole bit.
oh yeah. Yeah, the one earthquake I was in working at a grocery store, all of a sudden it started shaking, all the power went out, everything started falling and breaking off the shelves. It was pitch black and all you heard were things crashing. It was terrifying.
Wow.
Yeah, the manager of the store, I heard him yelling, and he was telling everyone to go out the side door. And it was pitch black, and then he came with a flashlight, got us out through the side door. Yeah, it was terrifying, that one.
Wow.
And when I was a little girl, I don't understand this at all, but I remember I must have only been 5 or 6, Tom, and uh, we were in or in school, and everything started shaking, and they told us to get under our desks, and we got under our tables, the old fashioned wooden desks,
Yeah.
and the teachers told us all to come outside, and we all ran outside, and Tom, I could see the ground rolling. I'll
Wow.
never forget it, and I was so small, but I could just see the ground just rolling. Oh
Wow.
my, yeah. No, earthquakes are terrifying. Yeah.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in one of
They
those.
say we're due. No, they say we're due for another one too. Well, they keep saying that, but
Night cone. They say that Yellowstone's going to blow someday.
oh yeah,
With a
I've heard that
volcano
too.
and-
Yeah,
Yeah. You look at all that stuff.
yeah.
Have you been to Yellowstone, Stephanie?
What,
Have you,
Tom?
have you ever, have
No,
you ever
I've
been out
never
there?
been there. No.
When you go out there, you see like Old Faithful and all this stuff, and it's like it looks like normal outdoor woods, and then you see all this crazy stuff. It doesn't seem believable, like Old Faithful blowing off every 2 hours, been doing it for like a million years. This
Right.
crystal clear blue water that looks just gorgeous, 190 degrees year round. It's nuts. And
Wow.
all this stuff is really under the earth. I mean, you know about it, you read about it, but then to
Right.
actually see it, you see these
Right.
buffaloes just walking around out there. They're cool looking. You don't see those too much in your life, and it's like
Right.
steaming everywhere in the fall because it's cold out. But those pools are, hot. It just looks
Right.
like it's Mars or something, except for these buffaloes. It's crazy looking. I mean, it's so different from where most people live.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when you think of the earth, it's like
Yeah,
that's something that, we can't control. I mean,
yeah.
there's nothing, like earthquakes, even hurricane, all that stuff. That stuff we can't control. I
Do you see
mean,
those you ever see those documentaries where they show those underwater volcanoes? Crazy.
no,
Yeah, they have
no.
volcanoes erupting underwater.
See, I know.
You look at Hawaii.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I went through the lava tubes in Hawaii, and that is just unbelievable. Where I mean, just knowing that hot lava made those tunnels.
Yeah. Yep.
It was unbelievable, Tom. It was just kind of scary too.
Yeah. No, it's crazy to be caught. And you see it, when they have those volcanoes blow out there, it's like this, looks like a steel mill.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
going right next to somebody's house. They're out there taking pictures. It's like, jeez.
Oh,
And then
I
you
know.
realize this is an island and that stuff's going on.
I know.
Wild.
Oh, I know. No.
Well, there's a lot like in New York too to go visit as far as like the Poconos, the mountains.
Yeah. Finger Lakes.
Yeah, the Finger Lakes. There's a lot of beauty in New York. It's not just, city and everything else.
Northern New York's pretty.
Yeah, the Adirondacks, sure. I've
Yeah.
been to yeah, I used to go camping in the Adirondacks when I was younger.
I don't like
Um,
camping.
Neither do I, but I
I don't like hiking either. I like the idea of it.
You know what's nice? Okay, so here's the thing with camping, right? I mean, when I was younger, we only had tents, right? That's all we could afford. But if you had like a nice RV to like, you know, do your thing and camp in, like it's really not as bad. But like
Yeah, right. Yeah.
we actually did like the camping thing, like digging trenches, walking a mile to the bathroom because we didn't have a bathroom. So we did the real deal, like we're camping.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's still like a lot of like good like beauty and like even just driving around Lake Placid and visiting the shops. Lake Placid's a very cute town.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Tom, you remember the old truck and campers?
Yeah. I never
Yeah.
did them, but my neighbors all did.
Yeah, my husband and I, my dad, we had an old truck. My dad had an old camper, and he put that on there. And we used to go up in the mountains in the camper. Now that's my kind of camping. I mean,
You
that
like
was fun. I like that. Yeah, but you know what, Tom? You never see truck and campers on the road anymore.
No, I know it. They're pulling
I mean,
trailers.
think about it. Yeah, you never see a truck with a camper on anymore.
Yeah.
No?
I'll tell you what, though, if you look like on eBay and stuff, they get a
Yeah.
lot of money for those now.
A truck and camper?
Shit, yeah.
Really?
I think there's a big, they're not making them like they used to. And
No,
there's a big
I know
demand.
they're not.
Like those Airstream trailers bring crazy money.
Huh.
I hate pulling a trailer.
Right, yeah, I would never allow, because Tom wanted to get a trailer to pull with the truck, and I said, no, we're keeping our camper.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I didn't want that. No.
And it's not quite like today like it was back then now. You got to like go to a legit place to camp. You're just not
Yeah.
pulling up along a spot next to a lake, get a
Right.
$500 ticket in your windshield the next morning.
Yeah, you used to be able to we'd go way up in the mountains
Yeah.
and just, park the truck and camp right there. Never went to where you had to pay to camp. I don't even think they had places where you had to pay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's like that. Yeah, the days of just going out and like pulling, or that you got to have some $200 a year annual sticker. It's just not like the old days.
Right. No,
I mean,
it's
like
not.
camping on the beach, forget it.
Right.
I mean, you try
Yeah.
that in Florida, they'll arrest you.
Oh, you used to be able to park on the beach and everything.
On the beach, that's right. Yep.
Oh my God.
No.
You can't do that anymore, huh?
There are exceptions, like that big place down near Panama City Beach. It's a national seashore. They actually can let you camp on the beach. You got to do a reservation and all that. I was surprised. But other places, like if you're in Daytona Beach or Fort Lauderdale, you put a thing down there, you probably get $1,000 fine.
Wow.
Yeah, forget it. No, it's so they don't want anybody on beaches all night long anymore. It seems like to me.
Huh.
Yeah, they're tough on that. Crazy.
Wow.
They have a curfew. Got to get out of there at 1:00. A cop be shining his light down there. I have to leave. It's like, why?
I wonder if it's like, we used to, go to the ocean and have bonfires on the beach.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you can still do that here. I don't know. Huh.
There are probably places you can, but it's not. I bet there's more places.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's the same way here now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just things are different,
Yeah.
You
I
ever
know.
see any killer whales swimming?
Have I?
Yeah.
Um,
Puget Sound.
yeah, well, that one time I went salmon fishing, but I don't remember if we saw whales or not, Tom. I can't remember back that
Catch
far.
any salmon?
I got so sick that I don't remember much about just being sick.
On the boat? On the boat?
On the boat, it was horrible. I never went.
I had that happen on a seafood.
Oh, it was a charter boat.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. Oh, it's horrible.
No, I had that happen one time, North Carolina.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I got sick. I had it happen on a cruise one time too.
Yeah.
On a cruise. Oh yeah.
Sicker than hell. Man. I was
Yeah.
gonna die. I mean,
Oh,
if I
that.
hadn't been on a cruise, I'd have thought I was dying.
Oh, I know. That seasickness is the worst I've ever
Yeah.
felt. Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't even function. All I could do is throw up, and then when the throw up was gone, I was just dry heaving. That was
Yeah, no, I know.
horrible.
It's crazy that people get used to that.
Oh God, I couldn't. After that, I never had a desire to take a cruise ever.
There
Yeah, Bob.
there was actually a fire on my cruise,
Wow, really?
but they handled it like it obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not big on. I like the Alaska one, but not the other ones I took. You know?
I mean, I enjoyed it because you stop at these islands and everything, so it's not like you stay on the cruise the whole week. We stopped at
Yeah,
places and everything else, got off the boat, got to venture off, and I mean, as long as I stayed on the top deck, I was okay.
yeah.
That's where I hung out most of the time.
I never thought the food was that good either on the cruise.
No, not really, to be
Bunch
honest
of
with
cheap
you.
ass shit.
Well,
Really? Because they
you can get like ice cream
advertise.
anytime
Yeah, they
you want,
do.
though.
It reminds me of casino food.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like some kick-ass steakhouse or good place. That's what I thought. To me, it always strikes me as like a bunch of you know, like factory workers that work their ass off and then won a cruise or their wife talked them into it and they go there and they're used to eating at Johnny's hot dog stand and then they're there. Those are the people that seem to rave about it. They were just from like blue collar factory things. But when you get people that have like going out and trying different things and no food,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not,
it's not the best. It's
no,
not the best. Like
it's all canned bullshit.
yeah, like the only good thing as far as food goes that was on a cruise was that
The
you could get
desserts.
like dessert anytime you wanted. So I could wake
Yeah.
up. Not that the desserts were amazing, but like I could wake up and get ice cream. Like go venture out and get an ice cream at 2 a.m. if that's
Yeah.
what I want.
I just ate at a Chinese buffet the other day for the first time in like forever. And I just wonder, like, how do you like get mussels and shrimp?
I don't want to know.
What are these ones that came unfrozen or fell off the truck or something? I mean, how do you fuck up seafood that bad that ends up at buffets? What's happened to it? I mean, it is a mussel and it is a shrimp. Why do these taste this way?
How
Are they
was
like day old or what?
I don't really
It's
deal
just
with.
crap seafood.
Yeah, I really
And I
don't
just
deal
wonder, like, how do you buy that? What do you do? Like, just ask for the place where their freezer quit 2 days ago to sell it to you. I mean, something's weird with this buffet seafood. It's like, looks like a shrimp and it is a scallop, but why does it taste it's like not that great? I mean, when it's all you can eat scallops and you don't want any more, you're in trouble.
right?
Now the peel and eat shrimp, that's all right. But I the one I went, they had like baked salmon. It's like, no thanks. I end up eating like, mushroom caps and stuff like that instead of like seafood because it was better. And it's always better at a Chinese buffet.
Well, I never really like to eat at buffets in general.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not a
don't
big
blame you.
buffet eater.
Yeah.
I mean, I will, but
The only buffet I ever loved is when I could afford it. Every Sunday, the Muckleshoot Casino, up the hill,
Seafood?
had all you can eat crab buffet, and it was fresh Dungeness crab, shrimp,
Well, now we're talking.
snow crab.
Yeah.
And oh, Tom, I would just sit there and take my time cracking the shrimp, the crab, dipping it in butter. I mean, it was so delicious. But then the prices started going up. I
Yeah.
remember when it was 20, then it went up to 25. And now it's $50.
Yeah. They just canceled the snow crab season today.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, not going to let them catch them this year.
Oh, wow.
But even snow crab, snow crab you could get like everywhere 30 years ago. Now it's
Yeah.
considered like a main great expensive dish. You go over to Hilton Head or something, They want $70 for crappy old snow crab dinner.
Oh my God, snow crab used to be cheap.
Yeah, not anymore.
Wow.
And king crab, you can forget about that anywhere now.
Oh yeah, I know it.
Remember, you used to get I remember going to like a grocery store, like in your hometown.
Oh
getting
yeah.
the big giant king crab legs for $5 a pound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Now you see them online, like, $580 and free shipping for 2 pounds. Crazy.
Oh, isn't that? Oh my God, I know.
Yeah. Meat's getting the same way.
Oh me. Oh, our beef, Tom, is getting so expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. You eat it for
Oh
your
my
birthday
God.
now. Eat it for your birthday once a year now.
Yeah, next month I'll get a steak. My birthday.
Well,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
a good point. That's a good point, though, as far as food going up in price.
Oh,
like
crazy.
everybody's complaining about that. Like their grocery bills. Like
Oh, it's nuts, man. I see people with kids. I don't see how you do it.
Oh, it's.
Like I went in
don't.
today and got a few things. And I thought, I'm just wondering how much this is going to cost. And it's like $105. I didn't even
Yep.
hardly get anything. I
Right.
didn't even
I
get
know.
any meat.
Yep. That happens
Crazy.
to me all the time. I get home and I think, wait, I don't have nothing for dinner. But I spent $100.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my-
you can get, cheap. I just don't like pork that much. I don't care what you do to it.
I don't either, Tom. Pork is
No wonder it's $2 a pound. Tastes
yeah,
like shit.
it does.
Yeah, unless you like massacre it with some sauce that burns your taste buds out of your mouth. It's nothing
Yeah.
like a good steak.
No, I eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken is
too.
still pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Yep. But red meat, nuts.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. It's really good. Now the crabs aren't there. They're not there. They don't know what happened to them. They're just not there.
I always go in my grocery store. If meat is getting near a date, they mark it down 50%,
Yeah.
and they have a little area at the end of the meat case. But the problem is you got to get there right away in the morning while they're marking down the meat, because if you go later in the afternoon, then it's all gone.
Yeah.
And
I got
I've got-
yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I've gotten some good steaks in that markdown section, but you got to hit it at the right time. That's the problem.
And you cook them right away too, probably, right?
Yeah, I cook it or I put it in the freezer.
Yeah. Now, do you notice any difference after you take them out of the freezer?
I don't know, Tom.
I hate freezing stuff if I can avoid it.
Yeah, I freeze a lot because, it's just me. So
Yeah.
if I, buy a pack of chicken, I have to, I even freeze hamburger buns and everything because I'm not going to eat a whole package myself before they go bad.
Yeah.
So I freeze a lot of stuff, but no, I haven't noticed any different in taste. No,
You get breasts or thighs?
I get chicken breast and boneless, skinless thighs.
Oh, okay.
I don't like chicken with the bone.
Yeah. I don't like chicken legs either.
No, I never
I
like.
don't like turkey legs either.
Me neither. I have to have turkey breast.
Yeah, old dry ass meat.
Oh God, and the turkey breast now, they're finally putting some out for Thanksgiving, and those are expensive.
Really?
I picked up a small one. I can't remember how much per pound, but it was $25 for a small turkey breast, Tom. I mean a small one.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to shop around.
No, it's expensive everywhere.
I know.
Walmart has like a premium meat that's pretty good.
Walmart's meat is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have Aldi's out there?
Where?
Do you have Aldi's? Do you have
No.
Aldi? Yeah, you're lucky. Their meat sucks.
Oh yeah, no, we don't have.
If it wasn't for Walmart, God, who knows what we'd do? We'd be
I
getting
know.
ripped off so bad.
Yeah, we have Walmart and Kroger out here.
Kroger, a lot more there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, they bought our Safeways, and they bought our Fred Meyers. So they're all Kroger owned now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Safeway is a grocery chain, and it's only a mile from my house. That's why I shop there a lot. They're expensive though.
Oh, okay.
That's why every couple weeks, I go to Walmart and make a big shopping trip at Walmart.
Yeah, I
But
go there a lot too. Their
Yeah.
vegetables have gotten better too.
Oh, not our Walmart. Their produce is so bad. I buy all my produce at Safeway.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our Walmart produce sucks big time.
I go to
Ugh.
Costco too, that once in a while, but I don't want to have to buy like 100 pounds of hot dogs.
Oh, that's a problem with Costco. You know, it's good for families, but not us people that are
Yeah.
alone.
Yep.
That's
you're right.
ridiculous. Yeah.
They have really super good lamb chops.
Mm.
Oh yeah, good. Affordable too. Yeah, I think
Alright.
Aldi sucks.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed too.
Yeah, me too, you guys. It's been
Good talking to
fun.
you guys tonight.
Yeah, you all have a good night.
Yeah, thanks you guys for coming on.
Yep. have
Oh,
a good
thank
night.
you, Tom. Bye
Good
bye.
night. You guys have a good day tomorrow. Oh, Watson for. Oh, really good for you. Cool. Good night, Trebles. My enemy, Jeff. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Good night, Frisky. See you, Pillow. Hope you guys have a good day tomorrow. You party on.